Hey guys, Julian here. Today I wanted to talk a little bit about what digital nomadism is about, what uh, what becoming a digital nomad is about, and what it means to be. So, by definition, a digital nomad is someone who works and maintains a nomadic lifestyle, such as traveling at the same time, works and travels at the same time, and make money, generate income, or make money mostly through the internet. That's the definition of a digital nomad. So if you are someone just started to pursue a digital nomad lifestyle, or you dream of becoming a digital nomad, you might only consider or think about the definition itself. Just you might roughly, vaguely imagine that it's good to travel and work at the same time because traveling is fun to travel, right? But I believe that there are a digital nomadism, becoming a digital nomad, living a digital nomad lifestyle is something more than that. And I wanted to share my perspective on that. So let's make a very quick, easy example. Um, there are some parts of the world, pretty much Europe, I would say that uh, the some families or the culture allow allowed their children to travel around the world when they turn 18 or 17, when they uh, are about to go to the university. They might not know what they want to study, what they want in their life, and what they love in their life. So they take a gap year and uh, leave for leave for traveling around the world, international travel for several months to 1 year or so. I think that's a very great opportunity in their life, and I'm pretty sure that that experience is gonna be one of the valuable period in their life, valuable asset, and valuable experience in their life. Um, but I unfortunately didn't have that opportunity when I was 18. And the first time I went abroad was when I was 24. I went abroad for the first time in my life to study abroad in the United States as an exchange student. There, I picked up English and I learned not only English. The main purpose was to learn English, but I learned so many valuable things, and that's one of the that remains as one of the most valuable period in my life experience. But I on the other hand, what I believe is that if I left to the United States, not at the age of 24, but at the age of 14, my experience would have been very different from the experience I had in at the age of 24, because the mindset is different, the way of thinking is different. Even if even if the exactly same things happen during my exchange program, how I perceive it and how I accept it are gonna be totally different, and it's gonna be a totally different experience, and it's gonna change your life in a totally different way. So, my opinion is that Even if it is the same experience, depending on the depending on the age, depending on which point in your life, what you're gonna get are gonna be all different. And the same goes for traveling as well. When you travel around the world at the age of 18, luckily, and at the age of 28, and at the age of 38, at the age of 48, at the age of 58, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, the experiences are going to be all different. And what you learn, what you experience, what you learn, and what you get from those travels are going to be all different. So you'll know now what you should do. You have to you have to try your best to experience at each different point of your life to get what you can get at that point and what you can experience only at that point, period. You're following me, right? So that's the reason I believe it's uh, start considering best to consider leaving for international travel, at least for a few months or a year or so, as early as possible, like at the age of 18. Before that, uh, I cannot give you a concrete uh, opinion. I cannot be sure about the experiences, but you'll definitely have uh, advantages of traveling abroad at the in your childhood. Like your mindset could could have been more flexible, and you would have been able to pick up language, much foreign language, far much more easily. So there are some benefits, but those are uh, not the topics uh, here. We're not going to think about minors because we are talking about digital nomads and digital nomadism, right? And you gotta have some income. You have to support yourself. So we're talking about uh, someone who can support himself financially through the internet, through the income generated uh, through the internet. So as soon as you are capable, you can afford to travel for a decent period of time. It's best to leave and start your journey as a digital nomad as early as possible. Because if I left in uh, 18, it would have been a different experience, and that's why I left at the age of 29, setting a goal that I'm going to be a digital nomad before turning 30, before turning 30, and I made it work, and I made it because my birthday was April, and I left in March 2021 March. So I hold the title uh, that I hold the title of someone turned who became a digital nomad before turning 30. Although in this world, some open-minded people say that age is just a number, uh, it still means a lot in this world, unfortunately. And let's say that uh, you don't have a big budget. You cannot allocate a lot of budget in your digital nomad lifestyle, and you decided to kick off from staying at hostels. if you go to some cultures, societies that don't care too much about age differences, you'll be able to get along with young adults much easier. Like that's what I did in Canada when I was staying in hostels. I was in Vancouver. Hey, we're gonna go to we're gonna go hiking tomorrow. Do you want to join us? I said, of course. Why not? I'd love to join you. And I was only no but around 25, 26. Yes. And but if you are in your 40s and 50s, even if you're not staying in Korea, where uh, where people care so much about the age difference. You cannot be friends even if there's only one age difference in Korea. There are only you can only be an older brother, an older sister, but not friends uh, by definition. And I believe that also affects the mentality of how I am going to treat this person as an older brother or as a friend. And I am sure that even if we go to some more open societies, um, it's much less likely to be able to join uh, 20s for hiking, going hiking tomorrow in Vancouver because you are in your 40s and 50s. I'm not saying that. I'm not. My point here is not. Uh, you gotta start your journey to join hiking tomorrow with young adults. It's not my point. My point is there are things you can do uh, only at certain point of your life and certain age in your life. That's my point. And even if you, no matter you like it or not, the environment or society will will um, will not easily let you do what you want at different age, but you can certainly do so. But I believe there are there is a better timing. It's just an example. It's just an example. Joining hiking, but it could be dating. It could be forming a family. It could be a startup or whatever it might be. Uh, I believe I would argue that there it might be not only the time, but there could be a better timing to experience, explore, and learn, do things that fit in that period and that age. That's my point. So it's best to start this journey as a digital nomad as early as possible if you are dreaming of or pursuing or preparing for. And the beauty of the digital nomadism is that you don't need to postpone your dream of becoming a digital nomad later in your life and after you retire in your 40s or let's say you're joining a fire movement, the fire movement, and you retired in late 30s. You might be excited to retire in your late 30s, but um, from my point of view, your good days are already gone. Your young days. I'm not saying that late 30s are not young, but obviously 20s are younger, and 20s have less responsibility and much flexible mindset, and those things are endless things. And By working and traveling at the same time, you are balancing between the present and the future. For the present, you enjoy your life and you start to pursue your dream right now. You're not making excuses to save an enough amount of um, retirement retirement fund. You're not making excuses. You can live right now. And at the same time, you're not neglecting the future. You know, you cannot survive without a sufficient amount of uh, fund to fund your life for a decent amount of time. And you know that your life is not going to be so much secured or feel safe when you're always concerned about the balance in your bank account. So, and you also work towards your career, so you're not neglecting your future, but at the same time you are trying to do what you can do only at this point of time right now. That's why I would argue that it's about the balance between the present and the future. And also, it's also about the balance between work and what you really love. There's, I believe, a difference, exaggeration of the number of people uh, who work for what they really love. I believe many of them when I hear the stories, I've seen many people claiming that they wanted to be a doctor or a lawyer since their childhood. They wanted that uh, since they were very young. Since they were very young, and they believe that's their calling, so they're gonna be a lawyer, a doctor. I'm not shorting lawyer or doctor just because they are the most uh, desirable jobs for a lot parts of the world, many parts of the world. I'm not shorting them. I'm not doing that. What I want to say is that in reality, when I my perspective is that they many of them deceive themselves that they really love their jobs, but when they are financially liberated, free, entirely, completely free, then they would choose a different lifestyle than living as a pursuing a low career medical or working in the medical field or any other things. And so your your work, your career, and what you really love might not be aligned as you might believe. That's what I wanted to say. So I would say that it's also about the balance between work and uh, what you love and your work. If you are really incredibly lucky, you might find that you're working in what you love. But I believe uh, the number of people in that who are in that lucky circumstance is exaggerated, and I'm pretty sure the number would uh, drop a lot if all of them become financially free completely. So I mentioned the second thing, the balance between the work and the love, and it's also about the balance between uh, an active life and uh, going with the flow. I would argue. I don't really argue like this. I don't want to argue. Insist that there is a specific way to achieve a specific thing. But I would want. I would argue that traveling is one of the best things to learn your life and explore your inner self and discover your inner self, especially when you do it alone, when you travel alone. You will discover and explore your inner self, and you will find it will really help you understand who you are, what you want, what you love, what you want to achieve in your life, or how you are enjoying yourself, enjoying your life. And I believe traveling is one of the best ways. I cannot find any other better ways, honestly, other than besides reading books or and so it's similar. I feel something similar to say reading reading books is one of the best ways to become wiser. It's not a definitive answer, and there could be argument, but most people tend to agree. So I think it's similar to arguing reading books uh, is one of the best ways to become wiser. Traveling is one of the best ways to achieve those things and enrich your life, cultivate your life. So you I would like to say that traveling is a short version of a life in many aspects, in so many aspects. But I would make just one simple example that why traveling replicates life a life. You plan things in your life, but not everything goes as you planned. And even if it goes as you planned, it's not exactly the same thing. There are always unexpected things as a result or in the middle as a as a as the process. And I think same things happen for your travel. You can plan travel and you can expect how the travel is going to be, but it's not gonna be the same with what you planned and what you expected. And I believe that's the value of travel, value of traveling, value of traveling. You're traveling to break your expectation. You're traveling to um, experience what you didn't expect. Go expect You can expect something, but always unexpected things are going to happen during your travel, depending on how it could vary depending on how your travel, what kind of travel your travel is, and depending on it, it also varies uh, by domestic travel and international travel, because obviously international travel you don't know much, you don't have much information, and you don't speak language. Even if you speak language, the environment is totally different from where you used to be. So there is a variation, but there are always things that you didn't expect. They are gonna happen to your travel, and it really is just like living a life. and you learn about life by going through the short version of a life, which is a travel. So you live an active life by planning your travel, your futures as a digital nomad. But at the same time, traveling is about the enjoying the moment, what's happening in your travel. So it's the same with uh, going with the flow. You mm, you live an active life by planning the travel, but unexpected things are going to happen. So you just accept it, enjoy it. That's how you can go with the flow. And by being a digital nomad means you are going to go through this constantly in your life. Not only 1 year, 2 years, maybe shortest 2 years, 3 years, but many multiple years, maybe 10 years, 20 years. So it's vastly different from leaving for a vacation or taking a gap year for a limited amount of time. You are constantly immersing yourself in this incredibly rich learning environment where you can learn, experience things so much quickly. So that's why I say that being a digital nomad and digital nomadism is about the art of the art of the balance between the present and the future, and living an active life and going with the flow. I hope it I hope it made sense to you, and uh, if you agree on that, uh, just live now. Why wait? When I was leaving Korea, my family members and my boss at the temporary work, they all opposed me from leaving Korea, especially in this pandemic situation. But I began to believe that the pandemic is not going to end very soon, and I couldn't just postpone my life plan forever. Not forever, but uh, uh, for an unlimited time. They said that, oh, we're gonna see the end of the pandemic, but I knew that that's their excuses to hold me uh, there in Korea. I just left. So we're gonna talk about this social things in another video. How to deal with social things and how to socialize, how to make friends and maintain friendship as a digital nomad. But that's not the topic here, and I would very like to end this video and within the 30 minutes frame. So I'm gonna quickly end it here, and I'll see you in the next video next time. Bye bye.